Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Always gotta fix this. Tighten that on there, just like that. Hello. Going on the camera stand. Okay. Now it's in focus. It's down there. Hello, everybody. Microphone's off now. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Beagles Games and Guitars. In today's video, I'll be playing the 1-to-5 player game, Tapestry by Stonemaier Games. I'll be filming this intro a little bit differently and trying something new out, as well as maintaining my film because this will be the 4th time that I've attempted to film playing this game and that I've had camera issues, it wouldn't record, or I just flat out played the game wrong and just didn't like how I played. So this time around, I'm going to record the intro separate and then I'll cut to a point whenever I'm playing the game. So the basic overview of this game is that you are a civilization and that you'll be advancing and progressing, in this instance, 5 specific tracks of your civilization. And each track is associated with a certain aspect of your society. And these 5 aspects are the arts, the exploration, the science, the military, and the technology. There are 4 main resources in this game. I like to call them Fat Man, Mushroom, Money, Bags, and Stars. And you'll probably hear me call them by their colors and then whatever alternate names. And throughout this game, you'll be spending those resources in kind of a multitude of ways to go down those tracks. Each of the tracks also has an associated building. There are houses, which are gray. You have markets, which are yellow. Armories, which are red. And then farms, which are brown. These will be placed in your city capital here, as well as landmarks. So I have the Arts and Architecture expansion, and this is map or capital number 7, the archipelago. Normally you have a 3x3 grid. In this instance, there's different islands. And anytime that I fill in an island with landmarks and income buildings, I will get a free resource. So, just giving you a nice little pan of this game. It has a nice table presence here. There's different cards. Right here are the green Tapestry cards. They're the meat and potatoes of the game. The yellow ones are your technology card. They're tied to the technology track, obviously, hence the name. And you can be creating certain technologies in not any particular order. It's kind of random. You can make tennis shoes and then you can make radio transistors. And then you have these new purple masterpieces, which are associated with the arts track here. So typically you'll do an income turn, and there's 5 of these, and you'll follow a certain set of like little chart here. And before you do any of this charting right here, you will play any masterpiece cards that you have in any order that you want that you've collected throughout the game. In this game, I'm going to be playing as the Islanders, which basically means instead of exploring out onto the main map out there, like you normally would and earning those resources, I have the opportunity to put my little exploration hexes out here. And at the end of the game, if I make an entire island like such right there, that none of the outer edges are land, then I can score, 4 points per territory tile. So that's that's a good amount. That's 24 points potentially. So in Tapestry, you play against an Automa. They score a little bit differently than a normal player. They are operated off of a set of cards, and it's a 2-card system. You have a track card and a tiebreaker card, and you only look at the middle section of the cards, and I'll show you that when I get playing. I only play level 2, because I am terrible at playing against the Automa, and then I am playing against the Hucksters, which basically gives me an extra pool of stuff to choose from in the event that I earn something. So if I earn any of the depicted items right there, instead of drawing them like you normally would in the game, they have a pool that I can choose from. So they don't really have any special powers, they just give me more options. And then the blue cards up here in the corner are kind of like a starting resource landmark. If you meet the requirements of the card at the end of your turn, then you get that landmark to put in your capital. So in a solo game, you draw 2 of those and you get to pick one, and the Automa automatically gets the other. There is actually a second Automa, and they're represented by these gray cubes here for me. It's called the Shadow Empire. They do not score any points. They technically do not do any actions. All they do is progress further down the tracks, and they steal the landmarks and give them to the Automa so they can use them as points. But you'll not be scoring any points for them, and they operate off of the same cards. So it's actually a really easy Automa system. And the Automa really only does like 5 actions. They take a Tapestry card, they recycle the technology and the masterpiece cards, they conquer, and then they explore hexes, and that's about all that they do, other than steal landmarks for you and just destroy me in points. Anyways, without further ado, I will fade away and I will begin a game. So today I'm going to be playing as the Islanders. So the Islanders are mystified by a massive island on the horizon, and they devote their resources to exploring it. Start with 4 territory tiles in your supply. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Those 4 are mine. So at the beginning of income's turns 2 through 5, I may explore one of the hexes on this mat, place a territory here, and gain the exploration benefit and points, just as you would on the board. These hexes cannot be conquered, but they can be explored on advancement turns via exploration actions. On step 3 of the final income turn, gain 4 points for each of these territory tiles that contain only water on the outer edges. So the Islanders' main focus is just putting tiles out here, and I want to have water surrounding this central tile there. Okay. So whenever it says benefit and the victory point laurel banner, just as you gain victory points out here on the board, you gain victory points here on the mat. And then, as I said in the kind of overview, I'm doing the archipelago mat. For the Automa, I'm playing against the hucksters. So I get to draw pretty much everything and place them in a little face-up area near the Automa's board. So anytime that I earn something, I can pull from their pool. So for the Automa, I'm playing against the hucksters, and their favorite track will be determined via a dice roll. And for their setup, I get to draw a space tile and a tapestry card, place them face up near the Automa's mat as a separate pool. So I'll place them over here. It's a trap. In income turns 2 through 5, based on their favorite, add to the pool a face up from the deck or stack. So pool items are treated like landmarks for scoring only. If you gain an item, you may take an item of that type from the pool instead, if available. So their pool's going to be slowly getting bigger, and instead of earning the rewards that I normally would, I can choose from over there instead. And yeah, the Automa will operate on a deck of cards here and give it a nice shuffle so it doesn't seem like it's loaded. Let's determine the Automa's favorite area. That is technology. So I have them as blue. Shadow Empire will be exploration. And I'm tracking them with just an extra cube instead of an outpost. So now we'll reveal our technology cards. So my first income turn is quite literally gaining all of one of the resources, another tile hex, and then a tapestry card, which I got the World's Fair. the Automa's turn is probably even more simple. So the only thing that they're going to do is also gain a Tapestry card, which I'm just going to kind of tuck under there. I don't know if y'all can see that off camera, but that's where their Tapestry cards will be. So now we'll go into my first advancement turn. I kind of want to focus on the arts track this game. So I'm going to go spend probably a dude, fat man. All I'm gaining here is just another Tapestry card. Found art. When paying to advance on the arts track, you may discard 2 maps or 2 hex tiles instead of one of the resources. Hey, that'd be coming handy because I already have a buttload of those. So now their turn, they have a tiebreaker card and track card. So they're going to go to the closest unclaimed landmark on their favorite is the first one. So their favorite will be technology. And what they do on that is they just swipe the whole technology pile. So I'll create a discard right here. So bye-bye lithium-ion batteries. You are no longer the hot topic to talk about. Shadow Empire, closest to the finished, starting with science. And that's all the Shadow Empire does. You don't do any actions on them. My turn again. I'll spend a mushroom to advance up the arts, earning me my first set of points. And I will spend an additional resource to take any building of my choice. I'm kind of feeling the exploration side. I know what I'm doing. So then we'll get rid of these cards. I'll place them off camera. Next set of cards, tiebreaker card, track card. Automa is going to go down any track starting with technology. So they have a current theme going on there. All they do is take a Tapestry card. They don't do any bonus actions or anything that's related to income buildings. Shadow Empire is going to go down the closest unclaimed landmark, which is the science. They don't follow any actions, so that is their turn. I am going to spend my 4th resource to go down the exploration track here and actually get 2 more tiles. Ooh, I got the brown building. I like that. So I have a whopping like 7 exploration tiles. So burn those. Automa's next turn. They're going to go closest to the finish. So they're closest to the finish with their current theme. They're going to burn these 3 cards. Treasury, Siegecraft, and Anesthesia. And then the Shadow Empire is going to go down, oh my mic, the exploration track here. So I'm out of resources. I have to do my first income turn. So I have the opportunity to explore one of these tiles. So I'll place this here and I'll only, no, I don't want to do that there. Let's see, what am I feeling? What am I feeling? Because that'll do that right there, but that has. I want all of the outside to be. It'll have to be that, but that's 0 points. Do I really want to do that? Sure, I'll do that. Let's get a military out of it. No, because I'm kind of aligning with the exploration track. Getting no points, but I'm getting a mushroom out of it. So then now I get to play a Tapestry card. So I'll play Found Art, and I get a resource of my choice. Let's just do a money bag. When paying to advance on the arts track, I may discard 2 of these instead of paying 1 resource. So now that I have a little extra stock of tiles, I can go down the arts track pretty quick. So now that I've done that, I get to upgrade a card. I don't have a card. Now I get to score points. Points per card, 0. Points per row and column, 0. So now I'm getting my resources. So I get 2 mushrooms, 1 money, 1 military, 1 fat man. I'll get another land tile, and then another Tapestry card, which I have the Star Chamber. When you completely cover this shape, advance on any track once and gain the benefit. I get the bonus for free. So I can place income buildings there if I choose to play that. So That was my first, or technically second income turn. Automa's going to take another turn. They have 2 cards left. They could do an income. They are doing an income. They have the hand icon located on the track card. So their first order of business is determining their favorites. So is anyone further on their favorite track than anyone else? So their favorite is there, no one's further. Their favorite's here, no one's further technically, so we're good. Now they're going to do their civilization. So on incomes 2, based on their favorite. So their favorite is technology, so they're going to add a card face up to the pool, which is the bakery. So now we're going to go to points. So points per landmark and territories owned. They only own 1 territory. Oh, I forgot to do this in the beginning. Sorry, we're going to retcon a little bit. I get to draw 2 of these starting building cards and then kind of set one off to the side until I meet the qualifications. So I'm going to do the digital studio at the end of your turn. If you have at least 2 complete districts in your capital city, gain this landmark. I'm going to, I guess, kind of tuck it under my mat here. I'm low on space. So the digital market's over here. And since I forfeited this one, that one is automatically going into their landmark area. So now when they gain points, they're going to get 1, 2 points. Knew I forgot something. They're getting 0 points for military and science, and they're getting 1 point for arts, technology, and exploration. So 1, 2, 3 technology, and we are tied. So on income turns 2 only, they will get 2 additional cards. Now they're going to play a tapestry card. If I remember right, they play from the deck. They don't get 2 points because they did not go first in that era. And now I'm going to shuffle their cards, and that will put them into their 3rd era, I guess. So there's them. And now, continuing on, I'm going to spend my fat man to go down this to get the Explorer, and I would like to explore the one with my building. So I know it's kind of weird. I'm gonna get 1, 2 points out of that, but I do get a brown building. I get a farm. So I'll place there. That's it on that turn. Automa. It's playing way differently than the last time I played. Closest to the finish, they are in the technology. They are just doing a one-trick pony on this. So they get the forge. I have the buildings set off to the side somewhere. I have to go get the buildings real quick. But they're gonna swipe the deck and draw out more. And let me get their building for them. You know, my wife says it has something called man eyes. The buildings are right there. So, there's their forge. So they got that first income building. My turn. You know, I wouldn't mind spending just my 1 military, going up, getting an additional brown building. Now when I get 1 more building, I'll be able to complete a district over there. One of my cards says, if you complete a district in at least 1 row or column. Oh, completed 1 row. Okay. Their turn. Burn. Going down any track, starting with arts. They do get a tapestry card. And now, closest to the finish for the Shadow Empire, they are 2 on the science. So they're going to go down the science a little more. They're 1 away from getting a landmark over there. Okay. I'm going to spend a money bag, advance, get a masterpiece. A masterpiece would be nice to just get fresco. So I would get points for territory owned and a military star at the beginning of every income turn. That was it for that one. It felt really quick. Next card out is painting. All right, tiebreaker card, track card. We're gonna go down anyone, starting with arts. They don't get 5 points. Shadow Empire is gonna go down the science. So they do get, I think that's called the forge, the apothecary. They already got the forge. Anytime Shadow Empire gets a landmark, it goes to the Automa. So my turn. Let's see. I'm not feeling technology. These two are gonna be my strong suit. I'm just gonna barrel down. So instead of spending a resource, I can forfeit 2 land hexes, which I already have the option to get money and mushrooms. So I'm gonna forfeit those 2. Just forfeit a resource, and then I'll spend a mushroom. I have to spend 2 different resources. So now I get the pendulum clock, which is cool. It's in the newest expansion. And then the actual thing is points per tile. I surrendered some, but I still have 4. And then points per technology card. So I'm at 11 points. I get to choose to put this in a spot. Let's do that. Their turn. They're going to do this. And what is this? Closest to unclaimed landmark. So they're 1, 2, 3. So honestly, it's science. And they're doing nothing with that icon. Shadow Empire, closest, or just any of them, starting with their favorite. There they are. Let's see, what do I want to bulldoze down? I could spend both of these to advance into the exploration, earning me the lighthouse. And I get to get a land tile. I could have done this in opposite order and got 1 more point. And then I get to explore a tile. Instead of exploring out there, I'm going to explore on my island. And right now, I'm only matching one side, so 1 point, putting me at 12. But I do get a money bag. And then I get to place the lighthouse. So the lighthouse right there. Automa's turn, coming right up. Last 2 cards, they could go into the era before me, and they don't. Do I want to go into the next era, or just give them 3 points? I'll give them 3 points. All right, they're going to actually go down the military, and they're going to conquer. And they conquer by following the tiebreaker card. So they're going to start in the top right corner, and the first hex that is valid for them to conquer, they will place a random tile there. And since they are not a military right now as their favorite, they're going to try and conquer as far away from me as they can, not right here. But if I remember right, if they don't have the middle island achievement, that's been there the whole game like that, they will try and go for the middle island. And they do have an outpost in the tiebreaker card, so that means a Shadow Empire is there, blocking me from conquering them because they already are toppling, because they already toppled someone. Then Shadow Empire going up the arch track. So I'm going to leave that there because they might use it. So my turn. 2 different resources to go up the arch track. Actually, you'll see this. So I'm going to spend all my land tiles. You may discard 2 land tiles instead of paying 1 resource. And I have 2 resources I need to spend, so I'm spending 4 land tiles to advance to get a symphony. And I will get one of these inspiration tiles. I will get the exploration tile, which basically just gives me more points. I'm kind of aligning with exploration. It seems like the smartest thing to do. And then I will spend a resource to get another masterpiece. That'll give me 4 points and a random resource of my choice. So now they have no more cards. They're going to go into their income turn, number 3. So anyone further along on their favorite tracks. For the Shadow Empire, I am further. So for Shadow, they really like that exploration. My cube! So science. So they're going to change their favorite to science now. And then, since Automa's favorite is technology, they will add an additional technology card to their pile. Now they're getting points. 2 points per building and land they own. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That'll jump to 15. 1 point for military and science. They only have 1 point for military, so 1. And now 1 point for technology, exploration, and arts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that's it. 7. Ooh, there's my long hair on the board. Now for income turns 3, they'll get 2 cards, and then they'll get an additional 2 cards. They're playing a Tapestry card, which will get them 3 points, and then they are in the next era. I don't know if I want to keep going. It seemed like I should keep going, because I could pay and get a technology, or save that resource for later, or get a free dice roll. One resource. I think I'm going to spend that 1 resource to advance and get this technology card, which is irrigation. Let's see if that was the deciding factor in me losing this game. So they're just going to keep on trucking. Closest to unclaimed landmark. 3 over there. So they're going to go right here, and they don't do anything on that one. Closest to the end, starting with science. So now it's my turn. I am out of resources, so I go into an income turn. So I'll do my masterpieces first. 1 point for every territory I own, 1 lonely point, and then a star. Now I get 4 points, and I will get a resource of my choice, which I'll stick with the mushroom. Now I do my special power. I was not very bright. I don't have any tiles to explore or use, so shot myself in the foot with that. So now we'll go to playing a Tapestry card. Huh, we're getting there. I don't get the 2 resources because they went in there before me. Let me try that. I can place income buildings and landmarks into there. If I cover them all, I get that advance down 1 track and gain that for free. So now I will upgrade a card, getting me a mushroom, and points per card is 1. I don't have any rows or columns completed. I actually get 6 points and another point for technology cards, so that's 7. And then I will get a tile. I'll get a Tapestry card. And I believe I'll get 3 mushroom. I will get 1 military, 1 bag, and 1 fat man. So now I'm going into my 4th era, and now I'm on advancement turns. Automa is going to continue. They're going to go down exploration. They don't do anything with that action. Shadow Empire is actually going to go down the military. So now it's back to me. I can't use my tiles to do any tricks anymore. Is it worth 1 extra point? No. So spend a military to go up. Points per territory, 1. Spending an additional resource, which I don't feel like doing that. Oh, I do need to spend the mushroom to go up. And then spending an additional resource to get a brown building, which completed a district, so I'll get my mushroom back. And that was that turn. They're going to go down closest unclaimed landmark, which is over here. They get the huge factory. And then they swipe the technology cards. And they will go steal that landmark. I'm not going for it anyway. Shadow Empire. It's actually going down the exploration. Let's spend a mushroom and the big guy to go up here to get another land tile, then a brown building, which is actually my final brown building. Now place that over here, and I completed another district. And then I can additionally spend another resource, we'll do that, to get something else. I'm going to explore it out here and actually get 1 point right there. And then I'll get the big guy. I think that's all I do. They're going ever onward. Timber. Now, no. They're going to go down technology. So they're killing it down there. And then Shadow Empire closest to unclaimed landmark. 1, 2. Yep. So Shadow's got science, Automa's got technology. I got the arts and exploration, so I'm doing okay. Let's see. Kind of want to do this. So a mushroom, both of those resources to advance. I will get whatever that's called, the train station, but I get 2 land tiles. Oh, I got a yellow building. Yellow building, because I'm going to explore it out here, which will give me 1, 2, 3 points. And my yellow building will complete this district right here, which will get me another resource. Now I have the train station. I'll place it right there because it's a 3x3. So now I've completed this. I may advance on any track once. So I will advance on this track, which will let me reactivate my masterpiece card or a building of my choice. I'm actually going to do a building of my choice, which I can place over here. And that is it. They are going to do something. Okay, closest to the finish. Obviously, that's technology. Shadow, they're going to go up the Giants. They stole that one. What's that called? The Academy. The Academy. Me, I have to spend 3 different resources. Not different, just 3 resources. 1, 2, 3. To advance into tier 3, I will get the Charterstone Pumpkin House. But first, I get to swipe all those and choose 1. So I will swipe all those. I'm not feeling it. Ooh, I like that one. So I'll take that one. Gives me a land tile and any resource of my choice. It is called Calligraphy. Now I have the Charterstone Pumpkin Man. I'll place him up here so I can complete that in 1 landmark, 1 income building next turn. Automa is continuing. Closest to unclaimed landmark, which obviously is technology. They have destroyed me on technology. And Shadow Empire, closest to the finish, obviously science. My turn. I only have 1 resource. I'm going to go into my next era. I'm going to save that resource because I'm aligning with exploration and I want to keep the mushroom. So I'll start with my masterpiece cards. Points per territory owned, only one. And then I get military, 4 points, and any resource. And now I get a land tile, and then a resource of my choice. So now I follow my civilization power, which will let me place this out here. I am earning only 1 point for doing that, but I do get a mushroom. Now I'm playing a tapestry card. I'm the first person to go into this era, surprisingly. Okay, so I'm playing World's Fair. So I gain a star, and then gain any resource if I've completed at least one row or column in your city. So I gain a star. I get 3 resources of my choice. I'll do that. Now also gain any resource. I think I did that, yeah. Because I completed this row with the Charterstone Pumpkin all the way down to the yellow income building. Now I also gave 1 point per completed district in your city. So 1, 2, 3. So I get 3 points. Because of that, I chose my 3 random resources because I was the first to go in. So I get to upgrade a card. Is anyone in science tier 2? Yes. Shadow is above. I'm going up. That'll earn me a brown building, which is non-existent. And now I get points per card twice. Completed row or column. I have 1 completed column, so I get 1 point. Now I get 6, 7 is 13, plus 15 is 28 points because of that. Wow. 10, 20, 28 points. I get points per card again. And now I would get a land tile, get a tapestry card. I would get 2 money bags, 1 fat boy, 1 of those. 1, 2, 3, and I actually lost a mushroom, which I guess I could retcon because I got 3 resources of my choice. You see what I did when I played this? I got 3 resources. Instead of losing that extra 1, I just gave myself a different random resource. Little retcon. Now, I believe that's it for me on that one. So we're going to go into my last era. Automa might possibly go into their next era as well. And they do not. Closest to unclaimed landmark. All claimed. Honestly, it's going to be military. So they take a tapestry card. Shadow is just going to go down technology. They're on the board on technology. My turn. I'll kind of lose some points, but whatever. A mushroom and 2 random resources. I don't get a brown building, but I do get 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. And I can get rid of 2 land tiles to get 5 more points. And that was that turn. Automa is going into their next era. So anyone further along on their favorites? No. Now, since their favorite is technology, they're still just adding technology to their pool. I'm not filling their pool right there. So now they're going to get their points. They will get, I'm going to go ahead and just put these cards in the hand off to the side. Their points is 2 points per income building and territory. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 points. 10, 20, there's 16. And now they're going to get 1 point per military and science. 1, 2. 2 points. Now 1 point. 2 points for technology, exploration, arts. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now they're going to play a tapestry card, earn a tapestry card. Now they are in their final era, just like I am. I'm actually surprisingly ahead of the Automa. You know what? I haven't even played my blue card because I hid it from me. Hid it from myself. But I'll show you. Well, I got the Automa cards all mixed up here. So what I meant was, at the end of your turn, if you completed at least 2 districts in your capital, so I'm going to do that at the end of this turn. I've been kind of holding out on that unintentionally. So my next turn, so it's just 3 random resources. 1, 2, 3 to go up. And that'll let me get another inspiration tile. Just for giggles, I'll get the yellow inspiration tile, and then I will spend another resource to get a building of my choice, which I'm going to place out here. I think that's it. I've completed 2 districts in my capital city, so I'm getting the digital studio right here. Which actually I'm going to place this yellow building up here to get me a random resource for completing that district. That'll get completed hopefully soon. Their turn. They're going to go down the military. They're actually going to conquer. They're going to start up here, top left corner. They're going to conquer the middle island, which will actually give them 10 points. 68 to 78. Oh, they're getting closer. Shadow Empire going down the science. My turn. Okay, so I'm going to spend a mushroom, 2 random resources to go up. I will get a tile, 2 tiles, sorry. I get to explore, which this might be weird, but I actually want to. So I only get 1 point. But I do get a money bag. And now, I think that's it. Yes, I could explore anywhere, technically. Okay. They are going to go down the arts track. They're actually going to swipe the arts masterpiece cards. Hot cuisine. Costuming. Art Deco. It's a good one. Shadow Empire, closest to unclaimed building. Landmark, technically. They're going to get the laboratory. Man, which track do I really want to go down? I don't have 3 tiles to get rid of for 10 points. So the end of this is kind of worthless for me, unless the space tiles are good. But I could get the launch pad. Ah! The launch pad only 3, yeah. So 3 random resources. 1, 2, 3. To go here. Now I could advance up any of the other ones, which will let me go up here without spending the mushrooms. So I will get the launch pad. Points per technology is only 1 point. And I don't have 3 land tiles to get rid of, but I can place that there. Actually, we're so late game, I'm just going to put it right there. So close to completing a couple districts. Okay, their turn. I feel like there's more on these turns. There's not. They're going to go unclaimed landmark, which honestly, is that. I think that's the forge, the barracks. Forge, I'm so focused on the forge. Shadow Empire is going to go down their favorite. I have to spend 2 different resources. This is where I'm going to get shot. 1, 2 to go up. I get the big building. Where are you, big boy? Now I get a building of my choice. I'll choose the yellow. Completing that district will give me a resource of my choice. And now I have this gigantic building place. Which I kind of feel like just sticking just that one little piece right there. Now I get points per building of my choice. I'll do the brown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that was it. Their turn. Okay, they're going to go down the exploration. They're going to explore. So they're going to start in the top right, going straight down. The first one they hit is that one. Shadow Empire is going to go down the military. Oh man, I think I finally petered out to the end here. So random resource, 2 different resources. Go up, I could advance on any of the other tracks. I'll choose to advance on there, which will give me 3 space tiles. Oh, that saved me, and I get to explore one of them. So I'll explore the space tile, which gives me a mushroom and a military and 8 points. Now these are in my stock. That'd actually be pretty good. And now I could spend a resource to get another masterpiece tile, which I will, because I can only do that one time, and let's go ahead and just do it one time. They are going to keep going. I might actually have a chance against the Automa this time. Unclaimed landmark. They are running for the military. So they're not conquering. The military is not favorite. They're starting in the top left. The first one they can hit is actually right there. So they'll hit right there. Shadow Empire, down their favorite. They have blocked completing a track for 10 points. But my turn, 2 different resources. Now I completed a track for 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm actually at 101, wow. Going there lets me activate 3 different cards, which can give me 4 points and a resource of my choice. Give me a land tile and a resource of my choice. And then I get to choose 1 building of my choice and a resource of my choice. So building of my choice would be this guy. Completing that district, giving me an additional resource. Since I don't have any other players, I could use the neighbors too. So that was that one. Automa, they're going to be just playing alone because I'm going to be done soon here. They're going to go down their favorite. Can't do anything on that one. And Shadow is also going to go down. Technology. Okay, so I could spend 2 mushroom to advance. I could explore a space tile, which could give me, I don't have any brown buildings, but points per brown building, which is 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I could pay an additional resource to get a technology card, upgrade a card, and points per card. So I could get a technology card, upgrade a technology card, and then, which will give me a random resource, and then points per technology card. Automa. Actually, they're getting to the end of their deck, so we might end at the same time. Exploration. They are going to explore, starting bottom right. First one they hit is right here. Shadow Empire is going to go up technology. So I'm at the end of my ropes on my 2 tracks that I said I was going to focus on. We could do a little bit of a red run. Red run. Go up here. I could explore out there. Roll 2 dice. Wow. So when you get the question mark, you get to choose the resource on the hex you conquered, which was a yellow building. Damn, so I'll get points per territory controlled. Either building I could have conquered wouldn't work. And that's it on that one. It's not worth it, is it? It's worth it, it's worth it. So they're gonna go down the closest to finished with their favorite. They finished, they don't get points. They don't do anything. Science for the shadow. Go into military because they're maxed out. Okay, so back to me. I will spend one resource. Let's go up and get my tapestry card. That would have been a good one. And then one more resource again to earn a red building. Which will go right here. So they are playing their last set of cards, and they could trigger their income phase now. And they are. All right, let's see how much they smashed me by. So they're gonna do their favorites. Everyone is good. I don't know why it matters, but they're gonna put another technology card out here for me to potentially grab from. And now they're gonna do points. So now they get 3 points for territory controlled and landmarks. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36 points. 10, 20, 21, 22. So 30. Plus that 2. 33, 34, 35, 36. Now they get 2 points for military and science. 2 points. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So that's another 10. They will get 3 points for arts, exploration, and technology. Damn. So arts, 3, 6, 9. So 9. Technology, I will do that last because that's a lot. Exploration, 3, 6, 9. So this is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. 10, 20, 30. And I'm actually surprised they didn't get in the 200s. So that is their score, which is only 178. And I still have one more turn, one more advancement turn, spending my last military to advance, and I will actually take the red building, which lets me complete a district, getting a resource of my choice. Do I want to get a resource of my choice? Yeah, we'll just do that, why not? So they're done. I have a resource that I could spend. Do I want to spend it? Nah, because it's not going to get me anything. Not that I'm aware of. So I'll go into my final income turn, which I will get points per territory, which is 2. I will get 4 points and a resource of my choice. I will get a land tile and a resource of my choice. And now I get to do my island power. Now it says that incomes at step 3 of your final income turn. Okay. So I don't play a tapestry card. I was supposed to get 1, 2 points for doing that. So no tapestry card. So I get to upgrade a card, which at this point it doesn't matter. So I could get one of these. And now it says at this step I get 4 points for each of these territory tiles that contain only water on the outer edges. So I have only water. So 6 times 4 is 24, baby. 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has 24 potential points. The collector's only has 21 potential points. So now I've upgraded, so I get points per card. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So 4 and 8. I will get 2 points, 15, so that's 17 points, plus territory control, 18, 19. So 73. Now I'll get 6, 7, that's 13, plus 15 is 28 points. 10, 21, 8. Point per territory controlled, which is only 2. And points per rows and columns. So 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. 5, 6, 7. 7 rows and columns. So I scored 210 points, and they scored 178 points. So this is a rare occurrence where I actually beat an Automa in Tapestry. Normally they score over 250 points, and I actually broke 200, which doesn't seem to happen very often for me either. I think the most I got is 280 points. So that's how you play Tapestry with the Arts and Architecture expansion. I focused heavily on the arts, the new expansion this round. I really like the 5th track because if people are dominating on the board, they tend to forget this track because at first it doesn't look like it's doing much. Yeah, you get a Tapestry card, yeah, you get 5 points, and then one of those purple cards, which doesn't do anything at first. But man, does it add up, especially with these inspiration tiles, because when you're down here in science and it lets you reactivate a hex or a location that you're at, you could get a potential up to 3 or 4 of those, because there's also the lithium ion batteries that he burned, which also lets you reactivate a hex that you're on. So there is a potential to get quite a bit. The arts track seems to be like a jack of all trades, because their income buildings that you gain is whatever you choose, as well as the advancements down the tracks. So it gives you just more freedom, and it's just a little more open-ended, versus these tracks heavily focus on their building that is tied to them. So arts track's definitely my favorite, because as you're advancing, if somebody else starts stealing from you on the main board, you have a lot more flexibility to kind of like shift gears. Because I didn't initially want to go down technology at all. I'm only on 1, but due to the arts track, I was able to get all of my technology buildings out and get an inspiration tile for it, which let me score even more. Even though I didn't get as many technology cards as I should have to score better. So I like it. I would say this is my favorite game that I own out of the 100+ games that I've collected and not even played. Anyway, like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed, and I will definitely play another game as soon as I can. So, Tapestry. Is it a good solo game? Yes, I think it's a great solo game. It is my favorite game that I own. The reason I like it solo is because it plays different every single time, and it actually feels like you're playing against 2 real people and not just 1. There's not much upkeep to deal with, because the 3rd computer, all you do is just move him up the tracks and he blocks things, which is pretty much what the players are doing. You're not really directly affecting each other. This is kind of a multiplayer solitaire-esque game, besides a little bit of blocking here on the main board, which it still does, as you can see. As the Automa goes and explores and conquers, there's a potential for them to get conquered themselves with these fancy little cards, which I really like. It is a 2-card system instead of just drawing 1 card, which is pretty simple. It can end up being the same thing every time with just 1 card, versus whenever you have 2 of them, the 2 middles could just add up differently. And there's a lot to look at, but once you figure out how the Automa works, smooth as butter. So yes, I do like Tapestry solo, and the Arts and Architecture expansion just opens it up even more and makes it just more worth it. The Plans and Ploys expansion, I've only tried 1 of the scenarios. I believe there's 8 chapters. I haven't tried it past that. The first one was kind of weird. It had you like have your cubes so far away from how far you are, and you couldn't go past them. It was kind of weird. I didn't like it. I just like busting out and playing just the basic solo mode. The instructions are really easy for Automa to understand. I know Tapestry was known for its instructions or rules book getting gutted to where it didn't make sense. I agree with that. It's definitely not a very good rule book in my opinion. But once you understand the rules, it's really easy. All you do is pay a resource, go down a track, do what it says. If you don't know what that icon means, there's a fancy little cheat sheet that'll tell you what to do. The hardest thing about this game is timing all 5 of the tracks. Once you know how to time them and you can see the patterns, this game really opens up and it becomes fun. I know a lot of people complain about the unbalanced civilizations, but you're not here to win every game. You're here to have fun. This is a family game. This is meant to enjoy each other's company, not try and kick each other's asses. So I don't think it's about winning. I think it's about having fun. So I'm not worried about unbalanced civilizations. So, Tapestry, you earn my approval and will again and again for many years to come. Thank you for being a part of my life.